Have you ever felt overwhelmed by the stresses of life and found it hard to stay calm? Or do you feel easily swayed by your emotions and the environment around you? Stoicism might be the answer. It teaches you how to live with resilience, master your emotions, and control your thoughts to grow stronger. But how can you apply Stoic thinking in your everyday life? In this article, we will explore 5 simple yet highly effective steps to develop yourself through Stoic philosophy. These steps will help you build a solid foundation to overcome challenges, live a meaningful life, and develop yourself in the strongest way possible. Let's dive into the principles of Stoicism and how you can start applying them today. Step 1. Distinguish between what you can control and what you can't. One of the core principles of Stoicism is the ability to differentiate between what you can control and what you can't. This not only helps you reduce stress, but also allows you to focus on what truly matters. Epictetus, one of the famous Stoic philosophers, said, "We cannot control what others do, but we can control how we respond to them." In reality, life will always present events beyond our control, from changes at work to the behavior of others or unexpected situations. However, you can always control how you respond to them. Real life example. If you're dealing with a stressful situation at work, instead of feeling frustrated by lack of recognition or negative behavior from your boss, you can focus on how you react to the situation. You can choose not to let negative emotions take over, and instead, think about how you can improve your work or solve the problem positively. How to apply this step. Be aware whenever you feel stressed, and ask yourself, is this within my control? If not, let go of the worry and instead focus on mastering your emotions and actions. Step 2. Accept hardship as part of life. Accepting that hardship is an unavoidable part of life is an important step in developing yourself through Stoic thinking. Seneca, another Stoic philosopher, said, "Difficulties are opportunities to strengthen yourself." When you learn to embrace challenges and hardships, you'll see them not as obstacles, but as opportunities for growth and learning. Real life example. Think of someone you admire, whether they are a public figure or someone in your daily life. These people also face challenges, but what they've done is accept those difficulties as an integral part of life, using them as chances to learn and grow. Practical step. Try to reframe a difficulty you're currently facing in life, instead of feeling frustrated or complaining about it. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I grow through this challenge? Accepting that hardships help you grow, rather than make you fall, will change your perspective. Step 3. Live according to your own values. Stoic philosophy encourages you to live honestly and true to yourself. This means you need to clearly understand your core values and act based on them, rather than letting external factors or emotions control your actions. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, wrote in his Meditations, "Work with all your heart and mind. If you live according to what you believe, you won't have to worry about what others think of you." This emphasizes that when you live true to yourself, you don't have to worry about pleasing others or seeking external validation. Real life example. If you value health and fitness, make sure you maintain healthy habits every day, no matter how others perceive you. Acting according to your values will help you maintain peace of mind and self-respect. Practical step. Take some time to identify the most important values in your life. How can you live by those values every day? Set clear goals and act consistently with what you believe in. Step 4. Focus on the present. Moment 1 of the key principles of Stoicism is living fully in the present. Seneca said, "Your life is what you do every day." This means that every moment of life is important, and we shouldn't let thoughts about the past or worries about the future take away our precious time. Stoic thinking asks you to focus on what you can do right now, instead of worrying about what's already happened or what's yet to come. When you dwell on past mistakes or future uncertainties, you miss the opportunity to live fully in the present and overlook chances for growth. Real life example. Imagine you are working on an important project. If you constantly worry about the final outcome or past failures, you won't be able to focus on your current work. However, if you focus on each step of the process, you will work more effectively and feel more comfortable with the results. Practical step. Practice mindfulness every day. Spend a few minutes each morning taking deep breaths, becoming aware of what's happening in the present moment, and deciding how you will act. Remember, the present is the only moment you can control. Step 5. Embrace challenges and grow through adversity. Challenges and obstacles are an essential part of the personal growth journey. However, not everyone can see them as opportunities for learning and development. Stoicism teaches that every challenge you face is an opportunity to strengthen your resilience and character. Epictetus once said, "It's not what happens to us, but how we respond to it that matters." When you face difficulties, you can choose to react negatively, or you can learn to accept and grow from them. This could mean learning from mistakes at work, overcoming pain from loss, or simply accepting change in your life. Real life example. When Nelson Mandela was imprisoned for 27 years, he didn't let those challenges defeat him. Instead, he saw them as opportunities to develop his leadership skills, and ultimately became a symbol of peace and freedom for South Africa. Mandela chose to learn and grow even in the harshest conditions. Practical step. When you face difficulties, instead of feeling negative or helpless, ask yourself, what can this teach me? How can I grow from this situation? See every challenge as an opportunity to develop and improve yourself. Personal growth through Stoic thinking. The worthwhile benefits when you apply Stoic principles to your everyday life. You'll not only become a stronger version of yourself, but also learn to maintain peace and rationality in all situations. The benefits of Stoic thinking are clear. Resilience in the face of adversity. When facing challenges, you'll know how to remain calm and focus on solving the problem, rather than being controlled by emotions. Reduced anxiety and stress. When you accept that there are things beyond your control, you'll ease your anxiety and live more peacefully. Growth and learning. Difficulties and failures will no longer be barriers, but opportunities to develop patience, determination, and wisdom. Personal growth through Stoic thinking. A journey of resilience and purpose developing yourself through. Stoic thinking isn't a short journey, but rather a continuous process where you learn how to control your emotions. Focus on the present and accept what cannot be changed. By applying the 5 steps of self-development based on Stoic philosophy, you will lay a solid foundation to live a resilient, meaningful, and peaceful life. Once you understand these 5 steps, it's crucial to turn them into daily habits. A strong and resilient mindset is not something that can be achieved overnight. It is the result of small, consistent actions every day. 1. Focus on positive habits. The first step in applying Stoic thinking is to cultivate positive habits. Your daily habits shape your life and mindset. If you start each day with positive thinking and emotional management, you will find it easier to maintain peace even when facing challenges. Real life example. Start each day with a positive routine, like journaling or dedicating 10 minutes to meditation. This will help you maintain calmness and clarity of thought, while also allowing you to set goals for the day and plan how to handle any difficulties that arise. 2. Use self-reminding questions, another powerful tool for applying. Stoicism is to ask yourself questions when faced with difficulty. When you encounter a stressful situation, instead of reacting immediately with emotions, ask yourself, what can this teach me? Can I respond in a calmer way? Marcus Aurelius said, let each moment be a reflection of your nature, rather than allowing it to defeat you. This question helps you stay aware and maintain calmness, instead of falling into negativity or anxiety. Real life example. When facing a conflict at work, instead of getting angry or frustrated, ask yourself, what can I learn from this situation? How can I improve my approach to this problem in the future? Asking such questions not only helps you remain calm, but also enhances your problem-solving abilities. 3. Embrace challenges and learn from them. When a challenge arises, don't see it as something to fear. Stoicism encourages us to view every difficulty as an opportunity for growth. Rather than avoiding challenges, embrace them as chances to develop and learn. Real-life example. If you experience a failure at work, instead of feeling stuck, view the failure as a valuable lesson. Steve Jobs is a prime example of how to embrace and learn from failure. After being fired from Apple, Jobs didn't let that defeat him. He returned stronger and made Apple into a global tech empire. 4. Develop positive thinking and master your emotions when facing challenges. It is crucial to control your emotions and maintain a positive mindset. Stoicism teaches us that emotions are not beyond our control, but something we can adjust through awareness and our responses. Real life example. If you feel anger or hurt during an argument, instead of letting those emotions dictate your actions, take a deep breath and adjust your response. You can choose to react by staying calm and communicating constructively, rather than exploding with emotion. This will help you not only maintain good relationships, but also grow through emotional self-mastery. 5. Learn to evaluate yourself. Another important aspect of Stoic self-development is the ability to self-reflect. Stoicism does not promote perfection, but the ongoing process of learning from yourself and striving for improvement. You need to regularly reflect on your actions, thoughts, and emotions to understand what you've done well and what needs improvement. Seneca said, one of the best ways to learn is to ask yourself each day, what did I do today to become a better person? This helps you maintain humility and continue improving, rather than feeling complacent and neglecting the process of learning. Real life example. Every night before going to bed, ask yourself, what did I do today to improve myself? Is there something I can do better tomorrow? This is a great way to assess your progress each day and keep moving forward. When you apply these Stoic principles and strategies in your daily life, you'll realize that self-development is not a destination, but a continuous journey. Stoicism helps you build a solid foundation to face challenges, maintain peace of mind, and grow sustainably. The steps we've discussed, from focusing on the present, accepting challenges, to developing positive thinking and emotional control, will serve as powerful tools to help you live a meaningful and resilient life. Self-development through Stoic thinking is not an easy process, but it is a powerful, sustainable, and meaningful journey. When you learn to distinguish between what you can control and what you cannot, And when you accept difficulties as opportunities to learn, you will begin to build a life that isn't controlled by negative emotions or external factors. Stoicism encourages you not only to live a resilient life, but also to improve yourself daily. With 5 simple yet effective steps from controlling emotions, focusing on the present, to embracing challenges and self-reflection, you'll be able to create a life filled with peace, clarity of thought, and inner strength. This is a continuous journey, not a destination. You don't need to be perfect, but every day you improve a little, that is success. When you master yourself, learn to accept what cannot be changed, and grow through each challenge, life will feel easier and more peaceful. Now is the time for you to put these steps into action in your life. Stoicism is not an abstract theory, but simple principles that can be easily applied to daily life. You can start with small changes, but with persistence, you'll realize that you can grow stronger and more sustainably. Try applying these Stoic principles today and see how they can transform your life. Start by focusing on what you can control and letting go of worries about what you can't change. Let every action, every thought, become more meaningful. If you found this video helpful and want to start your self-development journey with Stoic thinking, try applying these steps to your life today. Don't forget to like the video if you find it valuable and share your story about how you're applying Stoicism in your life. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next video, where we'll explore more strategies for personal growth and positive thinking in life. Share this video if you think it can help someone looking for change in their life. Finally, I want you to reflect on this question. How can I apply one Stoic principle today to improve myself? Thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Start your journey today and take small steps to build a more resilient and confident life.